Christmas is fast approaching, and our favorite six gather at Zack's house to kick off 2 weeks of no school. Mrs. Morris provides the cookies, and Slater and Jesse provide their classic banter.
I made gingerbread women.
Gingerbread chicks. I like it.
For you, they should have made gingerbread pigs.
Why did I even go out with her? But wait, if Zack helped make the cookies, but he was at school all day, and Kelly smelled the fresh baked cookies, how did Zack help exactly? Maybe he made the dough the night before. Cool. This scene has no problems.
Well, now that school's out, how do you all plan to spend your holidays?
Well, I needed to buy some gifts for my sister, so I got a job at a men's store.
I didn't know your sisters wore men's clothes.
First off, not the dumbest thing he's ever said. Why not work at a women's clothing store and bask in the discounts? The problematic part here is the plurality of sisters.
Well, I needed to buy some gifts for my sister, so I got a job at a men's store.
I didn't know your sisters wore men's clothes.
What sisters are we talking about? There's only one! So the Kapowskis have at least 9 kids now. Alright, so Kelly is working in a men's store, Slater is wrapping gifts, Jesse is doing photos with Santa, Lisa is volunteering at the hospital, Zack is rich, and Screech is comic relief and doesn't warrant a side story. Lisa reminds everyone to get kid gifts for the hospital Christmas party.
And Screech. No gifts that breathe, lay eggs, or bite.
We all know this is a valid concern. Screech is a freaking weirdo. To the mall! This is supposed to be a representation of Slater rapping poorly, but come on. That's more a box issue than a flimsy wrapping paper thing. But I love how Karen here flings the box at him. I don't like how Mildred there is complicit in attempted murder. How's Jesse doing? So, not great, huh? Zack runs into Laura and her sad lunch apple, but she doesn't have time for his schmoozing. She's late for work. Now, I said Screech doesn't get a job/side story, but he does help introduce the theme for this 2-part episode. He's found the perfect doll for hospital gifts. And while Zack may not be too interested, this kid sure is. Hey, who's ever nephew that is, tell him to stop looking at the talent. But we can't blame him. This doll is nuts. It's just a free-for-all piss fest.
Take it to the bathroom. Good idea. Men's or ladies?
Again with Screech and the gendered bathrooms jokes. And Screech isn't a father yet, so he hasn't learned that you always take your baby into your bathroom. He figures it out, and what a time for this rando to walk in.
You want to know how to get your pants dry in a hurry?
Well, there's really only 2 approaches. The awkward air hump, or the far more ergonomical air sock. Realizing that the nice man is homeless, non-trash Zack leaves him a few bucks. Zack then sets out to find Laura, and that was easy. As he's asking her out to lunch, that homeless man pops by.
Well, I gave him some money. I just hope he spends it on food.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, when you give a guy a handout, you can't be sure if he's really hungry or a wino or worse.
Laura is turned right off. Oh man, I'm trash again. So now Zack's getting his balls busted for blowing it with Laura, and can I just say, Lisa is rocking the crap out of that hound's tooth. Screech arrives with mistletoe, and how did those 2 ladies come out of the elevator unscathed? Zack apologizes to Laura, and with a little help from his friends, finally secures that lunch date. Laura is barely able to mask that she's homeless.
I thought you said you weren't hungry.
Lay off me, I'm starving!
As Zack walks Laura back to work, I'll note that, yes, this is the same mall set as used in All in the Mall. Why do I spend time showing that the wrapping station is visually where the ticket box office was, or that Moody's is where the formalwear store was? Because, dear viewer, I want to reiterate that when Zack and company escaped from the perceived mobsters, there were other places in the mall they could have hidden instead of, you know, the store directly across from the shoe store? Now, for someone who was so concerned with punctuality earlier, Laura seems perfectly fine not returning to work, but visiting Santa, and then having some long conversation with Zack's mom. Perhaps her apple, the chips, Zack's burger and this ice cream, the Santa visit, and the Melanie Morris chat all fit in that mall standard half-hour lunch break. So, how about that Santa scene?
And have you been a good boy?
Get real.
Yeah, Zack knows what he is. So, Zack's mom is arranging the annual mall Christmas program? Laura would love to be involved with a Christmas carol.
But it's my first day on the job. Don't you think it's a little early to ask for some time off?
Well, not if you've worked the whole morning.
Man, Zack loves getting girls out of their new jobs. And speaking of someone new on the job...
This guy sucks.
Lucky for Slater, his boss doesn't see a homeless man doing the job better. One thing Slater does have as an advantage is proper nutrition to keep from wobbling. It's time to head to the hospital.
Alright, I'll be on my phone.
What did he just say?
Alright, I'll be on my phone.
I don't want this to be another miniature/major golf fiasco, but it sounds like he says I'll be home by 5.
Alright, I'll be on my phone.
Lisa just told you to be at the hospital by 6, and you'll have rush hour LA traffic. There's no way you're home at 5. But also, why the F would this lady care? It's not like she's his... Oh, holy farts. Is that Slater's mom? Why else would a coworker care where he was outside of work? How else can Slater keep his job when he sucks so bad? That's right, Mrs. Slater. Let him grow from his failures. Speaking of failures, homeless man's heart.
Okay, Preppy, look, put one hand under his neck and lift it gently.
All right, got it.
Hey, you learned that from Rod Belding. But since this isn't quite the scenario you trained for, it's a mouthguard for this man. It's about time we meet the magnificent Mr. Moody.
Can I be in the Christmas play too?
No! You'll be working! Everyone wants me to be generous just because it's Christmas!
Jeez, kinda wish he was the one unconscious on a dirty mall floor. Zack and the gang pick up Kelly to head to the hospital and report that the homeless man was also taken there. And this is the face of someone dying inside because she knows her boss won't let her leave and because she desperately needs the money. Now, before we move on, I just want to point out that Laura has some long fingernails. That's all. That's the comment. At the hospital, the children wait somewhat patiently for Santa, and they picked a good kid to be the precocious little scamp. Our crew shows up and everyone is feeling good.
Hey, Lisa, want to play any reindeer games?
What the heck? It's Christmas.
She kissed me!
Shut up, Dustin Diamond. She probably got Stockholm Syndrome after you monopolized her entire cut day. But then again, Merry Christmas, little buddy. It's time to bust out the gifts. How's our boss kid feeling?
Hurrah! Yes!
Kid, it's what's inside that counts.
Oh, you wrapped it.
Roasted. Material girl Lisa gets a nice moment where she basks in charity work. Similarly, Zack and the guys want to check up on the homeless man.
Hi, Monique. I'm looking for a man.
Well, so am I, but here they're either married or sick.
Hey! Writer Tom Tenowich's daughter Amy is back as Monique. And they gave her a better line this time.
Keep her around in case you choke on a bone.
Leaving in a flurry of maybe asbestos? Look at how Screech and Kelly struggle to get his harness back on. And this isn't the scene's only travesty, as Screech prances and Jesse dances, yet it's normal walking Slater that nearly breaks his ankle during the exit. With just 30 seconds left in the episode and no promised mall Christmas play, let's get to our cliffhanger.
Laura, what are you doing here?
Visiting. He's my father.
This first part is kind of odd in that it has to do a lot of setup for the next episode's conclusion, so it flies by as it hits point after point after point after point after point. We also get few scenes of our crew all together, with the only ones being bookends to the episode, so that slightly alters the experience. The subject matter is pretty heavy, so the comedy has to be shoehorned in with spunky tykes, teens learning that they shouldn't lie on their resumes, and Screech! A lot of classic bumbling Screech. Hopefully part 2 gives us a little room to breathe. Laura was played by Jennifer Lynn McComb, and if you felt like she fit seamlessly in with the cast, it's likely because she had been around them before. For instance, 1990, she hung out with some of the crew at the Teen Beat Fandango. Also, she was cast alongside Mark Paul in the 1988 TV movie Necessary Parties. Boom! Look at those little cuties. Further, Jennifer had been cast for an earlier role in the series, but when she showed up, she got a raging case of the old appendicitis. Casting director Robin Lippin was thrilled to get her back for these later episodes. It's time to play Spot That Party of 5 Heartthrob Scott Wolf. There he is, just hanging out. It seems like Jennifer is friendly with a lot of celebrities, as she's been described as one of the nicest people. She's also good friends with fellow guest star Christine Taylor, which may be how Jennifer got the role in Zoolander.
Hold very still. Very still. I'm working right now. This...
Ouch!
Oh, I'm sorry. Did my pen get in the way of your ass? Do me a favor and lose 5 pounds immediately or get out of my building like now! Get out!
Jennifer's sister Heather is also an actress. A couple fun notes here. Jennifer and Heather acted together in the TV show The Outsiders. Also, at some point after Jennifer's great appearance in Dawson's Creek, she introduced her sister to James Vanderbeek. They were married for several years. Some of Jennifer's other notable roles include appearances in Who's the Boss?, My Best Friend's Wedding, Shameless, and The Cleaner. We'll cover Santa Claus now and get to the other guys in the next video. Santa was played by... well, himself. Well played, kid show.
He's homeless? That poor man.
Of course he's poor. That's why he's homeless.